class. This is lesson 6.5, dividing signed numbers. So in division, we have certain terms that we call all of the parts. Let's review those. The number we divide into is called the dividend, and the number that we are dividing by is the divisor. So look at this problem here, 12 divided by 4. Now, when we set this up, 12 is our dividend and 4 is our divisor. And when we divide this and we get an answer, we call this answer the quotient. So the quotient of 12 divided by 4 would be 3. Division is the inverse operation of multiplication. Every division problem is related to a multiplication problem. So look at here at 4 times 3, which equals 12, which means that 12 divided by 3 is 4. Because 4 times negative 3 equals negative 12, it follows that negative 12 divided by negative 3 equals 4. Remember your rules for multiplication. When you multiply two different sign numbers, it's going to be negative. When you, and so the same is going to apply with division. We have a negative 12 divided by a negative 3, and that is going to result in a positive quotient. Okay, because negative 4 times negative 3 equals a positive 12, it follows that 12 divided by a negative 3 will equal a negative 4. So because negative 4 times positive 3 equals negative 12, it follows that negative 12, which was the answer, divided by the positive 3 will equal this negative 4. So dividing two signed numbers, it's the same rules as multiplication. You divide their absolute values. Remember, absolute value means the distance that integer is from 0. The quotient is positive when the sign numbers have the same sign, and the quotient is negative when the sign numbers have different signs. So in our example 1, we have negative 30 divided by 5. You all know that this is 6. Okay? And our answer is going to be negative because we have a negative 30 and a positive 5, and the rule states when one is negative and one is positive, the answer will be negative. Okay, so negative 6. Find negative 64 divided by negative 8. Okay, the absolute value of negative 64 would be 64. And the absolute value of negative 8 would be 8. So 64 divided by 8 is 8. And we have the same signs, so our answer is going to be positive 8. Remember, you do not have to put a positive sign in front of a positive answer because it is already understood that it is positive. Okay, our last example. Find 2 2/3 divided by negative 1 1/9. So let's rewrite this. We are first going to turn this into an improper fraction, which would be 8 over 3. And I got this because I multiplied and then added the numerator. So 8 over 3 divided by negative 1 1/9. So I turn this into an improper fraction, and this becomes 10 over 9 with a negative sign. I'm going to rewrite this in a linear form, divided by negative 10 over 9. You all know when you divide fractions, you have to do the inverse or take the inverse of the second fraction. So this is going to become 8 over 3 times 9 over 10. I have a positive fraction here and a negative fraction here. I'm going to put this in parentheses and apply the negative on the outside so that I don't forget to put that in my answer. Now I can multiply, but before I multiply, I see some common factors. So I see common factor between 3 and 9. 3 goes into 3 one time, 3 goes into 9 3 times. And a common factor between 8 and 10 would be 2. 2 goes into 8 4 times, and 2 goes into 10 5 times. 4 times 3 is 12, and 1 times 5 is 5. This is an improper fraction, so I need to turn it into a mixed number, and I need not to forget my negative sign, okay? So I'm going to put that right in front and turn this into a mixed number. So apply my negative sign. 5 goes into 12 2 times with 2 left over, and 5 will be my denominator. My answer is negative 2 2/5. Okay, let me know if you guys have any questions with your homework. Have a fantastic day.